Hi children, welcome to our online classes which are conducting by TEO Nalgonda. Children, how are you? I hope that you all are well. Children, without wasting time, let us start our session. Today we are going to discuss regarding the social movements in our time. So what is the meaning of the social movement, children? I want to ask small basic questions. Before going to discuss, we have to know the meaning of the title. Then only we can understand very easily. So what is the meaning of the social movement? Social movements means the movements which are conducting by the people to solve their problems is called as a social movements. And in our times means after 1950s means in contemporary time. In contemporary time means 1950s onwards. So these all already we got some knowledge regarding the movements. So which type of the movements was held in worldwide, not only worldwide but also in the India, what type of the movements was held. These all things we have to know, we have to discuss in this chapter. By this discussing this chapter, we can learn regarding some social movements like a American civil rights movement in America, and we can know that what are the human rights movement in Russia and Greenpeace movement in Europe. And regarding that, some environment movements like NBA, Narmada Bachao Andolan movement in India, like some Telangana movement. These all the things also undercome the social movements only. So among them, so many movements are there, but it is not possible to discuss these all movements. Only few important movements we have to take it and we have to discuss in this chapter. Among them, main first one is civil rights and other movements of 1960s in USA. United States of America. The first topic, the first foremost important movement in the world is civil rights movement and other movements of 1960s in USA. First civil rights movements. What are the other movements we will discuss later. So what are the civil rights movement? Means civil rights movement held by Afro-Americans, which are considered as a Negroes in America, that they are also called as the Black Americans, those who are dominated by the white Americans. So these Afro-Americans was conducted the civil rights movement to treat equal treatment. For what is the purpose of these civil rights movements means to get the equal treatment from the whites. By this statement we can know that the Afro-Americans are not treating equally with the whites. That's why they conducted the civil rights movement. To get the civil rights, they conducted these social movements in America in 1960s. So what happens in before 1960s, why it is called as 1960s means 1960s the civil rights movement reached in the highest position. Before that only the civil rights movement was started. Okay, so before that 1956, 1950 onward the civil rights movements was started. So in which forms who are the main leader of the civil rights movements means Dr. Martin Luther King is the main leader of this civil rights movement. He led the movement. So many blacks he has given so much inspiration to the blacks, and they try to come to the people in the social movements and try to solve their problems. So in which way he conducted? For what purpose? First of all, what purpose the movement was held means mainly segregation of the seats in buses, segregation of the schools to whites and blacks. Not only that, children, discriminated against them in the appointments and housing and voting and so many others. So here discriminated means they humiliated against the appointments means jobs. Some black people they have to work as a attendants and a fourth class, and they have to work as a slaveries. But whites are all officers. This is a great discrimination done in America. So against that discrimination, they fought against the whites. Then next, housing. All blacks has to live in the huts, and they have to live in the streets. These are the conditions was faced by the Afro-Americans. There is no decent houses. There is still in voting also they discriminated. They completely in the voting part also they whites are dominated. So these are the things are happened in America. That's why the movement was reached in 1960s in highest position. So this movement was held in different forms, that is non-violence method. This movement was took place by non-violence method, and Mass demonstrations. Mass demonstration means already you know the children you have seen in different places like in front of the companies and offices. If the rulers are against the workers, definition workers maybe do the dharnas and hartals and so many type of the mass demonstrations they may be show. So these are all things also by non-violence method. Non-violence method means already you know that children in India Mahatma Gandhi has conducted our freedom struggle by the method of the non-violence and satyagraha. Like that, by the inspiration of the Mahatma Gandhi only Martin Luther King led this movement by non-violence method. Understand children? So another one, boycott of the buses by blacks. So this boycott movement conducted by the Martin Luther King in Montgomery city that led by Martin Luther King. Finally, 1956, the court was involved and forcefully implemented the justice to ban the seats in segregation of the seats in buses. So this is the happens in 1956. At the same time, not only in buses, segregation of the seats in buses, ban the segregation of the seats in buses, but also in the schools also the segregation was banned after 1956. So finally, 1963, August 28, nearly 2 lakhs black people reached to the Washington city. And they conducted a great public meeting. In that meeting, Martin was addressed his great historical speech, and he has given the historical speech to the people, and also he expressed I have dream to see my children to justify without skin but with their behavior. Means what is the behavior? What is that meaning? So Martin Luther King was dreamt that all Afro-Americans has to treated by his character only, but not with black skin. Like that emotional speech has given by the Martin Luther King. So ultimately, after conducting that meeting, ultimately in 1963, this Civil Rights Act was passed and effectively implemented in USA. This is a success. Understand children? By this long struggle, by this so many mass agitations and hartal, dharnas, and each and every moment, the people got the success in 1963. They passed the Civil Rights Act in USA. Then next another so many several viewpoints also emerged in this America. By this moment, several viewpoints also emerged. Viewpoints means so many some other persons they viewed their opinions, not only civil rights but also other movements also we have to conduct and we have to get the success like that they viewed. Among them, mainly to generate the employment equally and without discrimination, employment should be generated in USA to equal employment to the whites and blacks, and decent housing and equal voting system. These all things they viewed and they got success. But finally, among them, one of the important movement we have to recall here, separate nation for the blacks led by Malcolm, 10th Malcolm. Children, now after this civil rights movement in America, then second movement we have to discuss, that is the human rights movement in USSR. Human rights movement in USSR. So human rights means there is no rights in USSR. What are the reason for the reducing rights? Rights by the rulers. Who are the rulers? Communist Party ruled to USSR. So 1917 already you are having that some idea regarding the 1917 Russian Revolution. After that, Communist Party leading party in the USSR. That's why government was formed by the Communist Party only. So after 1917, when the Communist Party they got that government position, so immediately some human rights was completely reduced. What type of the human right reduced? So here see children. So they reduced the freedom of press, uncensored press or media. So completely their freedom was reduced, because if the press is writing so many things against the government, the people will be get the awareness and they try to fight against the government. That's why this government was completely reduced the freedom of press or uncensored press or media. Not only that, so they did not allow the multi-party elections. The government did not allow to multi-party elections. So what is the reason for this one? If the so many multi-parties are emerged, so some type of the movements was took place in the society. That is not possible to at that moment. That is not possible to build a strong nation to the government. That's why the government did not allow to multi-party elections in USSR. The next another one, reduced freedom of the expression to the common man. So even though common man also they have to do work themselves only, but they did not open their mouth freely. They don't tell their expressions freely. So these all things was done by the USSR government. Not only in the Russia, but also which were influenced by the Russian government, USSR government. In that countries also then completely the people were they lose this type of the rights, which are that Eastern European countries like Czechoslovakia, Poland, Hungary. These all countries are having the under control of the USSR, the same position, the same conditions they faced, the same problems they faced. That is why not only in Russia, but also all countries of the influenced countries of the USSR, they decided to fight against the human rights movement in USSR. You understand, children? So here, what are the basic question here? Why the government are doing like this means constantly USSR government faced some constant fear by the capitalism. Already we discussed in the First World War, after the Second World War, the country was completely divided as two blocks, that is Eastern Bloc and Western Bloc. Already you got it, some idea. Eastern Bloc headed by USSR and Western Bloc headed by USA. So USA policy is the capitalism policy and USSR policies, USA policy is the capitalism policy and USSR policy is socialism policy. So what is the socialism policy? What is the socialism? Which government is believed that the society should be equal without any discrimination. That is the socialism policy. With respect of the economy, politically and economically and socially, these all things has treated to equal conditions. So before that, the conditions are not there in USA. But after the communist government emerged as a government, this government, like under the leadership of the Lenin, Stalin and prominent leaders, they try to build a strong nation among the world. They try to show the supremacy over the world. And another side, USA also showing their supremacy on the world under the capitalism. What is the meaning of capitalism? Capitalism means the argument. Some argument was done by the Western countries like USA. So capitalists, those who are keeping investment and try to get the benefits, they don't want to any welfare of the people. Such type of the policies comes under the capitalism. So by the two blocks, by two completely different blocks are they try to showing the supremacy over the world. So always USA they de-established to the government. I mean throughout the USSR government, and they try to establish the capitalism government. That is the fear of the USSR. That's why to build a strong nation, the USSR government has done such type of the activities that reduce the human rights in initial stage. But these some type of the leaders they did not understand properly, but again they try to start the movements like a human rights movement in USSR. Who are the prominent leaders? Alexander Solzhenitsyn and Andrei Sakharov. These important leaders, they built that social movements for the human rights in USSR. Under the leadership, so many people gathered and conducted a movement, and finally, then under the leadership of the Gorbachev, who was the president of the USSR, so by the guidance of the Gorbachev, they reformed so many reforms under the leadership of the Gorbachev, and that reforms are called as a glasnost. Glasnost means openness. They allowed to the more openness to the people. They increase the freedom to the people. They increase the freedom to people, and they have given much freedom to press and media. Such type of the activities are done by Glasnost, according to Glasnost reforms. Like this, the USSR, the people got that human rights by the hesitations, by the leadership of the Alexander Solzhenitsyn and Andrei Sukharov and Gorbachev. These are the two movements, children. First we discussed civil rights movement in America, and second one is human rights movement in USSR. These two also, the people got by the long struggle only, but not within the one day. They did not get. By the struggle, some long struggle, and by conducting some movements, social movements, they got the success. Thank you, children. Hi, children. Welcome to our online classes, which are conducting by District Educational Officer, Nalgonda. How are you, children? I hope that you all are well. Children, already we discussed some of the important social movements in our time in part 1. That is civil rights movement in USA and human rights movements in USSR. Today we have to discuss some of the important social movements in our time. That is in part 2. That's important. Among them important, one of the important movement is anti-nuclear movement and also anti-war movement. Okay, children, are you ready? Right. Okay, 1970s and 1980s, the new kind of the social movements was took place throughout the worldwide. What are the reason? Can you tell anybody? To tell this answer, definitely we have to recall the Second World War. End of the Second World War, one incident was happened in Japan. The America was bombed on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nuclear bombs are bombed on the Hiroshima and Nagasaki cities. That is in 1945, August 6th and 9th. Do you remember, children? Yes. If you are imagining that terrible situation, what happens in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki? A terrible situation was took place. So much completely in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki towns are destroyed. Till now the grass is not growing there. Am I correct? That is why this situation, this condition was observed by throughout the worldwide, and the all countries also they feared a lot. Once again, if the some superpower blocks which are considered as a USA and USSR, if you are following such type of the bombing on others and opposite countries, the terrible situation will be took place like that. All countries are feared. That's why these anti-nuclear movements and anti-war movements up to 1970s and 1980s, by the war of the USA and Vietnamese war, completely the countries are started to stop the anti-nuclear movement and anti-war movement. Do you understand, children? So before discussing in detail, just we have to recall the USA and USSR conditions after the Second World War. After the Second World War, USA and USSR were becoming as a two superpower blocks in the world. USA followed by capitalism strategy, capitalism strategy, and USSR followed by socialism strategy. So here capitalism means, already you know that in previous classes already you are aware of that regarding the capitalism and socialism. Socialism nothing but equate the society without any discrimination of the politically and socially and economically, without discrimination people should live. That is nothing but what socialism. Ism is nothing but argument. Those who are believing that the society should be equal with respect of the political and social and economically, that is nothing but what the socialism. These countries completely, eastern countries completely followed by USSR. Not completely, that those who are supporting USSR, that countries are completely followed by the socialism strategy. And some of the Western countries like France, Britain, and some other Western countries followed by the capitalism. Capitalism means just simple, the capital should be keep, and capitalists try to get the profit without any welfare of the society. That's why those who are interested to join the countries, they join USA, and which countries are interested to join the socialism side, they joined it at the side of USSR. So these two countries in the Second World War, they are the true aligned countries. They are treated as a friends, but after the Second World War, they divided as a two superpower blocks. That is USA Bloc and Western Bloc and Eastern Bloc. Western Bloc headed by USA and Eastern Bloc headed by USSR. So due to this showing the supremacy on the world countries, they try to improve their war arsenals, the nuclear arsenals, arsenal weapons. They produced so many. They produced nuclear war weapons. That is the purpose. The USA and USSR building that so many nuclear plants, and they produce the war arsenals. Already we have seen in the 12th chapter in your textbook 165 page, graphical representation also given their expenditure. Initial stage only they spended that 134 crores, but still the years are passing on. So much expenditure, doubled and tripled expenditure was kept to produce the war arsenals. According to that example, we can observe that we can notice that so much expenditure took place in between the USA and USSR due to their Cold War. What is the meaning of Cold War? Cold War means indirect war. It is not a physical war. So they imposed some restrictions with respect of the imports and exports, and in financial aids they banned the financial aids. Such type of the activities run in between the US and USSR. This situation is called as a Cold War. This Cold War leads to, due to this Cold War, USA tried to join some of the world countries with at the side of the USA, and USSR also tried to join itself some of the other countries. Okay, so in that way, Vietnam is the Asian country which are supported to socialism, which are taking support by the USSR. His socialism policies are followed. Due to that policies, USA invaded over the Vietnam. What is the country? Vietnam. It is a USSR supported country. That is why USA invaded the Vietnam, and they try to suppress the Vietnam people by the different ways. When we are comparing to the Vietnam and USA, USA is the big powerful black country, and Vietnam is a very small country. With the comparison, we can say that very small country. So how to compare? With respect of the war arsenals, maybe economy, maybe political and socially, this Vietnam is very small country comparatively USA. Though by taking the USSR support, the Vietnam was completely they have given the equal fight with the USA and try to oppose them. But in this situations, Vietnam is so many Vietnamese was killed. How much means nearly 8 lakhs to 30 lakhs military people were died, along including with the civil people, common people. Apart from the Vietnamese, Cambodians and Laotians also killed. Laotians were also killed. That is why in this war, the two countries, they followed different strategies. What are the strategies? To defeat the Vietnamese, USA was enacted some forceful acts on the American citizens, American common people. What are the forceful law? Those who are able to participate in the war, they have to join in the war. They have to join in the war by forcefully. The American youth, youngsters, they don't want to join in the war. They said that, they directly said that we don't want to go to the military. Though the forcefully they are joining the youngsters and they are participating in the war. Due to the participating, there were so many youngsters also killed, American soldiers and American common people also killed. But the American government did not consider the common people death. They only see the military person. How many military people are seeing that only they are counted, but common people deaths are not counted by American government. This situation. On another side, Vietnamese they fought against the USA according to guerrilla type of the war. Guerrilla type, already you know that, children. Though due to the very small country, they followed the guerrilla type of the war. So to suppress this guerrilla type of the war, the USA was completely followed by different type of the bombings like a napalm bomb, chemical. These are the chemical bombs, not physical bomb, nuclear bombs. Chemical bomb also they experimented. They thrown the chemical bombs in forest because the Vietnamese are they forested, because the chemical napalm bombs also throwing or dusting on the villages and destroying the villages and forests. That's why so many Vietnamese are they hide in the forest and so many places. That is why American military, they came on the helicopters and they sprayed the chemical bombs like napalm bombs and Agent Orange. Already we read in previous classes. Such type of the activities done by USA on Vietnam. Though Vietnam was Vietnamese equally fought against the USA. So finally, from the American civil man also protest to this Vietnamese and America war, because the American civil common people also they are dying. That's why government was completely, the American common people also protest the American government. Finally, in 1975, by the force of the common people of the Americans, America was relieved from the war and declared the war, declared the ending of the war. So indirectly, Vietnamese was successful, because though the America was very strong, so immediately they returned. The American troops were returned in 1975. And they lived from the Vietnam military, all militaries are lived from the Vietnam and they reached to America. So this is a great success to Vietnam. So these are the anti-war movement. That is why this so many nuclear scientists and environmental scientists, so many activists, they started the anti-nuclear movement and anti-war movement due to this incident, due to such type of the incidents. So they alarmed to the USA and USSR to stop the nuclear war weapons, to producing the nuclear war weapons and war weapons, not only nuclear war weapons, and so many war arsenals are there. To stop the war weapons, they have given some notice to USA and USSR. To that purpose, they conducted one agreements that is called as a SALT. 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 It is nothing but what? SALT is nothing but what? Strategic Arms Limitation Talks was started in between the USA and USSR. What is that meaning? Strategic Arms Limitation Talks. What is its main aim? To cut down the war arsenals by the nuclear plants or war industries. So in between the USA and USSR, these talks was began. USA and USSR, these talks were began, but in implement, when they are coming to the implementation part, they did not stand on that agreements. Again they started to produce the war weapons. That is why again in 1991 another agreement took place. It is the START. START. START was took place. The START is an agreement in between the USA and USSR to reduce the war arsenals or nuclear war arsenals. So that is the START means strategic. ST means Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. Wars Reduction Treaty. So in between START was happened in between USA and USSR in 1991. But effectively implementing from, they implemented for 2001. The two countries are effectively implemented these START agreements, agreements, so many rules and regulations from the 2001. Okay, successfully after reducing these war arsenals from the two countries, slowly, gradually, the supporting countries from the both side also they reduced. Like a developing countries also slowly they try to reduce their war weapons. But till now, so many countries indirectly they are following, they are producing the wars, but not that much of the initial stage. Okay, children, now we have to discuss another social movements. That is due to the globalization, some marginal people was affected, some marginal people were conducted some social movements throughout the worldwide. So what are that movements, why they conducted, these all things we have to discuss in this topic. So globalization, due to the globalization, some marginal people is nothing but those who are doing the work and those who are getting the daily wage salaries, these all undercome the marginal people. And those who are having the less land, these all people undercome the, and some landless people, these all comes under the marginal people. Okay, so mainly these people were affected due to the globalization. So what is the meaning of globalization? Globalization is nothing but the countries will go to another country and they will conduct their trade and trade without any restrictions, trade restrictions. So due to that, all developed countries they are going to other developing countries or backward countries, and they conducted their trade and they established their multinational companies in the developing countries and undeveloped countries, and they followed the technical intensive method. They did not give any priority to the labor. That is why labor will becoming as a unemployees. Okay, they will becoming as a unemployees. They didn't get any type of the salaries. That's why they will becoming as a poor. Okay, that's why the common people they hesitated for don't want to multinational company to our area. Like that they protested. Such type of the not only multinational companies but also in the same country also governments will conducted some they build some projects in the tribal areas. Maybe tribal areas, maybe in hilly stations they will they wants to build a dams or nuclear power plants. Already we seen in the second lesson of our part 1. Nuclear power plant which are built in the Tamil Nadu Kudankulam project. Kudankulam nuclear power plant time also people was protested. We don't want to hear nuclear power plant. And Narmada in the Gujarat Narmada Valley, across the Mahanadi, across the Narmada Valley, the Sardar Sarovar Dam case also we have seen the tribal people were completely protested and they wrote a letter to Digvijay Singh, the Madhya Pradesh. Why this such type of the movements was happened conducted by the marginal people means already we have some knowledge regarding the constructing dams. Though the dam, after constructing the dam, though some developmental activities goes to people, some other tribal people were affected, some poor people were affected, they displaced. That is why the common people was conducted some social movements and they try to stand themselves. So these are the effects of the globalization. Marginal people were conducted movements. Okay, children. Now we have to discuss regarding the Greenpeace movement in Europe. Greenpeace movement in Europe. So this movement was held in 1971 because this initially it is started for the protesting underwater nuclear test by which were conducted by the Americans. So by this nuclear test, completely the ocean water will become contaminated near Alaska. So that is why that some volunteers set out in a ship and they went to near the test area and they protest that underwater nuclear test. So what happens due to this test? What happened? What will be happen? Means so definitely water will be contaminated and aquatic animals will be died and water will be polluted. That leads to environmental problems created throughout the worldwide because it is going on under the water. That's why this volunteers was completely opposed or protested to the underwater nuclear test. So why we are calling the new Greenpeace means the volunteers set out in a ship and automatically the ship was named as a Greenpeace. That's why that movement called as a Greenpeace movement. You understand, children? So what is this main aim of this Greenpeace movement means? This ensuring the Greenpeace movement main aim was ensuring the ability of the earth to nature life in all its diversities. It is nothing but what? They have to protect the volunteers, the Greenpeace volunteers has to protect the environment by the contaminating the pollution. So automatically if they are protesting, automatically environment will be protected and natural abilities of the earth will be increased. That is the main aim of the Greenpeace movement. Why this they kept this aim means because of the air contamination due to the so many activities by the releasing of the industrial pollution or vehicle pollution or whatever it may be, due to so many in order activities, air or environment is completely day by day, the days are going on increasing. Due to this environmental pollution, so temperature is increasing. The global warming is occurred. Due to the global warming, the ozone layer is depleting. Due to the depletion of the ozone layer, already we know that what is the dangerous regarding the depletion of the ozone layer, because due to the holes of the ozone layer, the ultraviolet rays which are coming from the sun, the completely they reach to the earth, and so many health disorders will become to the human being throughout the worldwide. That is why the environment, the protection of the environment is the improvement of the ability of the earth is main aim to the Greenpeace movement. Due to the global warming, what is the argument of the Greenpeace volunteers means? Due to the high temperature, global warming will be affected. Due to the global warming, at the places of the polar regions, the polar ice caps will be melt. Due to melting of the polar ice cubes, definitely that complete water will become from the upward to downward, and sea levels and ocean levels will be increased. Due to the high water levels, which areas or which countries are living in the coastal areas may be submerged. This endanger will become due to the high temperature or global warming. To protest this one, the Greenpeace movement was started in 1971. Do you understand, children? So this initially only this movement was held in Europe, but the days are going on. This movement was spread out throughout 40 countries. 40 countries volunteers are there. The head office is Amsterdam, which is laying in the Holland city. By the headquarter of the Amsterdam, this Greenpeace movement was working still now. Do you understand, children? Okay, children. Now we have to discuss another environmental movement, that is the Bhopal gas tragedy movement, in which is occurred in 1984. So here Bhopal is a capital city of the Madhya Pradesh. In that Bhopal is in the capital city. The Union Carbide factory was established by the multinational company, was established by the American government, Americans. So this is a multinational company. So due to improper operation, from the Union Carbide factory, gas was leaked out. So by the leaking of the poisonous gas, thousands of the workers was died. So many people was affected in different type of the illness. Okay, now till they are suffering. That is why this in 1904 onwards, this gas tragedy was considered as an international tragedy. So many environmental activists also opposed such type of the Bhopal gas tragedy incidents. Okay, so now why it is took place as a social movement means, till now the workers of the carbide company, now the Union Carbide factory was purchased by Dow company. At present Dow company is working there. So they against this company, the environmentalists and so many persons was they conducting social movements to get the proper benefits to the workers. That's why it is considered as a social movements. What is the workers? What is the demands of their workers? Means the company workers and not only workers, but also those who are victims, those who are subjected to that illness, and those who are suffering by the Bhopal gas tragedy. The people are now still they have been demanding by mainly 4 demands. One is proper medical treatment of the victims. What is that? Proper medical treatment of the victims. Then second one is adequate compensation. So they lost so much they were got that so much loss. That's why proper compensation. Compensation means nasta pariharam antam మనం. ఆ compensation they wants to get the adequate compensation according to the international or multinational company standards. Because that this company, Dow company, is the multinational company. According to or based on the standards of the multinational company, how much compensation has to come to the each and every victim, that much has to come. Okay. Then third one is find out the criminals, those who are responsible for this incident. Still now they are not finding. That's why the people are protesting to hand over the criminals to courts, those who are responsible to that tragedy. And finally, what are the fourth demand means prevent such disasters in future also. Okay, find out we have to prevent such type of the disasters in future by taking perfect operations, by taking perfect methods of the operations or whatever it may be. They have to avoid such type of the disasters in future also. These are the 4 main demands demanding by the people of the Bhopal. But what happened, these all are they achieved or not, means till now proper medical treatments are not fulfilling, not happening to the people. They self individually they are taking their own treatment. They are taking that medicines by the private hospitals and each and everyone. That's why they didn't get the proper medical treatments. And adequate compensation also not they didn't get till now. Okay. The next, the criminals are not find out till now. They did not find out. So like that, so many loopholes also is there. That's why the people is completely protesting against the Bhopal gas strategy. That is why it is also considered as a social movement. Then these due to this condition of the tragedy, so many worldwide people also, across the worldwide also, so many people are protesting against the Bhopal gas tragedy. Because of, for example, if you are taking one example in Olympic games in London, which were held in London, the Olympic body was they agreed with sponsorship with the Dow company. That's why so many people was petitioned against the sponsorship of the Dow company, unethical Dow company activities, alliance of the Olympic body. They petitioned, they protested against the Bhopal tragedy case. That's why like this we have to understand the Bhopal gas tragedy, children. So that is, so these are all things. So what we discussed today, these all things comes under the social movements only. Remaining social movements we will discuss later. Regarding this topics, we will give that all important questions, and each and everyone I will give the all questions in important questions in the last part of the social movements, children. Thank you very much. I hope that you may understand well. Then we next social movements we will discuss in the next part 3. Thank you, children. Hi children, welcome to online classes which are conducting by District Educational Officer, Nalgonda. How are you children? I hope that you all are well. Children, today we are going to discuss regarding the part 3, social movements in our times. Already we discussed part 1 and part 2, some important social movements like a civil rights movement in USA, human rights movement in USSR, and some Greenpeace movement, Bhopal gas tragedy in different parts, different social movements regarding the part 1 and part 2. Today, without wasting time, we have to discuss part 3. Under the part 3, we are going to discuss regarding the environmental movements and some women rights movements in this part. So first of all, we have to discuss regarding the environmental movements. So what is the meaning of environmental movements? So to protect the environment, our people will conduct some movements to protect the environment is nothing but what? Environmental movements. So among the so many environmental, already we have seen some important environmental movements like a sustainable development, that is a CHIPCO movement. So like that, another one important environmental movement we have to discuss today, that is the Narmada Bachao Andolan movement. Regarding this Narmada Bachao Andolan movement was led by Medha Patkar. Why she has led this movement means to protect environment by constructing Sardar Sarovar Dam across the Narmada River Valley. So here, what we have to discuss here, in the Narmada River Valley, so many small and minor projects was constructed by the Indian government, but the large scale multiple project also the government of India, they decided to construct the multiple dam, that is a Sardar Sarovar Dam. So before discussing this regarding the Sardar Sarovar Dam, why the government has decided to construct the dams means after getting independence, so our Indian government has given more priority to develop the agriculture. To develop the agriculture, definitely some irrigation project has to develop, like a Hirakud project in Orissa, Bakranangal project in Himachal Pradesh, and Nagarjuna Sagar project in Andhra Pradesh across the Krishna River. Like that, the government has decided to construct the multiple project, multi-purpose project, that is a Sardar Sarovar Dam across the Narmada River. So initially, the people will expected that regarding the dams, if the dams are constructed by the government, their region will be developed. The region will be get the prosperous. So like that, and so much irrigation area will be developed, that plenty of the water could storage, the hydroelectricity will be generated. These all benefits expected by the people. But when compared to the expense of the constructing of the dams and getting benefits which are coming from the dams, then if the benefits are less, definitely people will be opposed to the constructing dams. So such type of the case was happened in Narmada Valley, Narmada River Valley. The people of the Madhya Pradesh people was completely opposed to the Sardar Sarovar Dam in the initial stage. Because what are the reason for Madhya Pradesh people? Madhya Pradesh will some villages like a Jalsandi village, Jalsandi and Kasaragod villages, people completely they opposed to the Sardar Sarovar Dam, because by constructing the Sardar Sarovar Dam, so much loss is happening in that hilly stations and forest stations. In the forest stations, who are the people are living? Adivasis and Dalits, some tribal people are living. So due to constructing the Sardar Sarovar Dam, these all Adivasis and Dalits were completely displaced. The forest was destroying and environment is completely destroying, and disparities occurred in between the poorest and richest. So due to this causes, definitely that the Sardar Sarovar Dam construction was opposed by the Madhya Pradesh people. Children, already we have studied in the 11th chapter the sustainable development. Bhavamalya is a Jalasandhi village, a common people, and also his environment was wrote a letter to the Digvijay Singh of the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh to stop the Sardar Sarovar Dam. And he wrote a letter in many ways. How did they get the loss and how many ways he is getting loss? These all things was in different ways. The culture was destroying, his economy was destroying, and fertile lands was immersed or submerged in the project, and forest is completely submerged in the forest. Biodiversity was occurred. Biodiversity, they got that lost to the biodiversity. Different type of the animals and forest animals was completely submerged, and so many villages was drawn in the project. These are all losses, and their culture also they are not protecting culture by constructing the dam. That's why in different ways the Bhavamalya was wrote a letter to the Digvijay Singh to stop the Sardar Sarovar Dam. But what happened? Not only not only Baba Malya, and so many common people, they participated in that movement, Narmada Bachao Andolan movement, who led by the Medha Patkar. Who is that person? Medha Patkar. So here, by mainly what are the main opposing demands, what are the main opposing reasons, means there are mainly three reasons. One is displacement, another one is destruction, another one is disparities. What are the displacement? Means by constructing the dams, the people has to displaced from the forest area to urban area like Gujarat and Surat and so many cities. So here displacement, after displacement the people get the poorer and poorer. They lost their fertile lands, and again they will becoming as a poorer. Due to the this displacement, disparities may be occurred in between the poorer and urban people to the tribal people. Always the tribal people, they will get the loss. Then next, destruction, completely forest area destroying, environment is destructing, by biodiversity is occurring. That's why due to these reasons, the leader under the leadership of the Medha Patkar, this Narmada Bachao Andolan movement was conducted. They conducted different type of the agitations like dharnas, hartals, hunger fasts, and so many under relay strikes. These all things was done by the common people under the leadership of the Medha Patkar. Due to this different type of the different forms of the activities, the World Bank, which is giving the financial aid, the World Bank also withdrawn their financial aid to construct the Sardar Sarovar Dam. But what happened? Here, though the World Bank withdrawn their financial aids, the government, crudely the government was continued the efforts and constructed the Sardar Sarovar Dam. But when we are comparing to the agitation of the Narmada Bachao Andolan activities and government activities, the government was successful, but indirectly Narmada Bachao Andolan movement also successful, because by these agitations only, each and every people of the Narmada River Valley people was got some inspiration, how they are getting lost, how they are destroying, how their economy was destroying. These all things they got that awareness, and each and every moment they protested, and they try to get the proper compensation by the government. That's why we can say that by the activities, in the Narmada Bachao Andolan movement, by the activities of the Narmada Bachao Andolan, the people indirectly successful. So not only Narmada Bachao Andolan movement is considered as an environmental movement, but also at the same time, in 1980s, in Kerala, in Western Ghats also one movement was happened, that is Silent Valley movement in 73 to 1985. The Silent Valley movement also held in the Western Ghats, that is in Kerala Western Ghats. So what is the Silent Valley movement? In the Silent Valley, so many rarely spaces like monkeys and apes was completely collapsing by this in the Silent Valley. That's due to some activities of the governments. That's why KSSP, Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad, is a science organization, was conducted or opposed to government activities which are conducting the Silent Valley. That is led by the completely KSSP voluntary organization. So here, for not only in Silent Valley movement, and not only NBA, Narmada Bachao Andolan movement in Sardar Sarovar, against the Sardar Sarovar Dam in the Narmada River Valley, these are all are considered as environmental activities. So according to that activities, Center for one of the volunteer organization also founded by Anil Agarwal in 1980. What is the volunteer organization regarding the environmental movement? Center for Science and Environment. Center for Science and Environment was founded by Anil Agarwal in 1980. How that daily activities of the human being or daily activities of the government activities, how the environmental is completely collapsing. So like that they studied and they have submitted report in 1982 the government regarding the protection of environment. Now we are going to discuss another type of the movements, women movements for justice and human rights. So here sometimes in India women movements was also held. So what are the women movements, important women movements in India? Means that is also we have to take a example in uncombined Andhra Pradesh. These Dobugunta village people, they started the women movements for against the anti-Iraq, and this means against the Iraq. So this movement is called as the anti-Iraq movement in Andhra Pradesh. How the women was started this movement means, in the Dobugunta village people, they read in the literacy, adult literacy program, under the adult literacy program, these all women was studied in the evening classes, night classes. So in the primer, one story is there. What is the story? Sitamma Katha, Sitamma story. What is the Sitamma story? Sitamma is a woman who are suffered by her husband due to liquor. Okay, so completely day by day, every day, he drinks the arak, and he came to home and harassed to his sons and daughters. He sells the rice and geese and each and everything, and he spend on arak. Arak means already you know liquor, some alcohol, some type of the alcohol, basic type of the alcohol. If the common people, those who are getting the very less income, they will take the arak only, but not fine quality of the liquor. This is very low quality of the liquor. So this is the arak. So due to taking arak, gradually day by day, each and every day he has taken the arak and he become as a drunkard. Due to this, some days after some days, due to the harassments and beaten by him, the Sitama was died. So after getting so much sufferness by his husband, Sitama was died. So here, after this story was having in the primary book of the adult literacy program, which is conducted by some voluntary organizations. That's why this woman was, after reading this story of the Sitama, they questioned themselves, who are the responsibility of the Sitama death? Means they got the awareness. So this is the only responsibility, this is the responsibility to the drunkard men, those who are taking daily drinking, so that the drunkard members are this is a responsibility. Mainly this is caused for the only coming to liquor to their villages. That's why they thought that they started the liquor movement, anti-Iraq movement in Dobugunta. So here Dobugunta, in the Dobugunta village, one old lady is there. In our textbook is not there, children, but to reference you can see it. In Dobugunta village, one old lady is there, that is the Roshamma. She named as a Dobugunta Roshamma. Under the leadership of the Dobugunta Roshamma, all women, they gathered and they conducted the meeting, and they wants to start at the movement, anti-Iraq movement. So within immediately their thoughts was implemented very soon. Then started in 1992. In 1992, the anti-Iraq movement was started in Dobugunta village. So in which way they have to start it means, first of all, they try to stop TADI, those who are entered to their villages. So by taking the TADI and Iraq, the Iraq, those who are entered to village, they first of all they requested to stop the TADI and Iraq to the villages. But those who are carrying the TADI and Iraq, that people did not listen this women movement, the women talks. So very next day, immediately next day and the day after next day also, they are carrying the TADI and they are selling, and they are returning to their homes. The TADI and Iraq owners. That's why the second day and third day they requested, but they didn't listen that women's talks. So immediately after 1 week, immediately the women's was they went to outskirts of the Dobugunta village, and they obstructed to TADI and Iraq, which are coming from the carts. And immediately they have to they have to break down the pots, and they completely thrown the liquor on the floor. And TADI also, they thrown the floor and they broken the TADI pots and the liquor drums. But after getting loss to the owners, the loss also they bear, the women are bared by collecting some amount of the themselves, and they collected, and the compensation as given to owners. So daily, if the TADI and Iraq was entered to village, daily they are doing like that. So police force also came, they tried to obstruct, but the women did not listen or did not care the suppression activities which are conducted by the police force. So in collector also involved, Nellore collector also involved, and this news was spreaded to throughout the district of the Nellore, and another villages also, the women also, they got the inspiration, and the news completely spread throughout the Nellore district, and after Nellore district, and again they spreaded the news throughout the Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so finally, by different activities, by conducting the different activities by the Nellore district women, finally the government also postponed their arak or liquor auctions 5-6 times by the collector. But so finally the total auctions were didn't done. So finally government decided to ban the this arak and taddy in Nellore districts of the Dopugunta village. But not only within the one day, it did not stop, but by different activities, such as, for example, if the women in which way women were conducted, means those who are violating that their activities, those who are violating the rules and regulations to stop the arak and taddy, the woman was caught to men, and they shaved the mustaches one side, and also the heads of the intractable men, means offside, the women was shaved offside bald hair, and they paraded on the donkey on the streets and the village streets. So this is a great humiliations also happened to the men, and the men completely feared, the government officials feared, collector also feared. Then immediately the 92, then so many discussions by the agitations are so many discussions. In 1993 October, the government banned the liquor or arak in the in Nellore districts. But not only Nellore districts, and finally 1995 up to government of Andhra Pradesh was prohibited, but prohibition was imposed on the arak, completely liquor. So according to these examples, we can finalize that by due to why it was happened, this why the success was occurred, means due to the literacy program which is conducted by the government. Due to the literacy program, due to the primary stories and Sitama Katha, ఆడవాళ్ళు ఏకమైతే means if the women's was united, what will be happened, we can know by this women's movement for their justice, we can understand, children. Now we have to discuss in another human rights movement also happened in India, what in Manipur districts. Now we are going to discuss that Manipur women's right movement. Now we have to discuss regarding the women rights movements in India. So among the women rights movements, one of the important movement we considered as an important movement, that is the Meera Baibi movement, which are held in Manipur in the eastern states of India. So Manipur, why this Meera Baibi movement was started, these all things we have to discuss in this part. First of all, before going to discuss the historical, what is the historical background of the Manipur means, geographically the Manipur state was 1981. In 1981, Britishers was completely, they controlled over the Manipur, and the Britishers was ruled. But the geographically, when we are observing the geographically, the Manipur was imposed in two type of the geographical units. One is hilly region and another one is valley region. Okay, Manipur state was imposed in two type of the geographical unit, that is hilly station and valley region. So this valley region was completely under the princely states, means king was ruled. Okay, then next hilly station, always the hilly station was wanted to autonomous, but autonomous means government was completely ruled, their regional government was ruled themselves, and the such type of the rule they likes. So such type of the position was happened in Manipur. Okay, then what happened means when we got the independence in 1947, so Manipur didn't get the independence. Okay, some princely, already we know, children, previous classes already have the knowledge. So when the Britishers, according to the Special Act of Independent Act of India, the princely states, they want to merge or they want to rule themselves. That's at the time of the 1947, the prince of the Manipur kingdom they didn't join in the India. That's why they remained like that only. So the hill valley region completely they ruled. They ruled the kingdom. The princely state was prince was ruled into the valley region, but hilly region was completely under the autonomous. So what happened means. After merging all princely states, in the part of the merging all princely states, already you know that Telangana also like that only they merged by the police action. Like that Manipur, in Manipur also Indian government they wants to merge in India. That's why Manipur 1949 by the police action by the 1949 the Manipur was completely merged in India with by a merger agreement. This merger agreement was held in between the Manipur village people and also the Manipur state people and also Indian government. So by this a merger agreement, the 1940 onwards, the Manipur state was got independence. So this was completely opposed by hilly station area people, illicit area activists. That's why from the 1949 onwards, so many movements was happened in Manipur. So to control this such type of the activities, the government was enacted one act, that is the AFSA Act. AFSA, AFSPA, AFSA Act was enacted in 1958. What is the AFSA Act? Means what is the meaning of AFSA? Armed Force Special Power Act in 1958. Why this government was enacted this law? Means after making this law, government has given so many special powers to military and imposed so many members of the army in Manipur state to control the agitations in hilly stations of the Manipur. Understand? So that's why these military persons got the special powers. What type of the powers? If any person suspected to conduct the national anti-national activity, immediately without warning or without anything, the force, the military persons has to caught to the that suspected people and they prisoned. Sometimes shooted, not only arrest but also shooting orders also having to the military forces. Such type of the special powers are having according to AFSA Act. So this act was due to this act, Manipur people, especially hilly station people, was suffered. Not only men, but also women also suffered. How men and women suffered means, suspected men was caught and imprisoned and sometimes shooted by the military. And after killing the people, after killing the men, that family members of the women and daughters, they abused and they got the sexual abused by the military forces. Such type of the terrible situation was occurred in the Manipuri hilly station. That's why the Manipuri people was opposed to the AFSA Act, which was enacted in 1958. That is why, so one of the women, 32 years women, the 32 years woman of the woman, the named as Manorama. So that Manorama was abused, sexual abused and died in that state. That's why after listening this news, this Manipuri woman was started this human rights movement in the Manipur state in the name of the Meera Paibi movement. What is that movement? Meera Paibi movement. What is the Meera Paibi? What is the meaning of the Meera Paibi? Meera Paibi is a Methi language, which is derived, the word Meera Paibi, which is derived from the Methi language. The etymological meaning of the Meera Paibi means torch bearers. Means women was bearers the torches and they stands in the streets and lanes of the villages and they are making some awareness to people, those who are hiding the national activities, revolutionary people, when the police force or the military force are entering to their villages. So when the military force was entering their villages, immediately the woman was whistling by their whistles and they are making some awareness to the men by wear the torches. That's why this movement was the famous as a Mirabai movement. So such type of the, by this, not only bearer the torches, by different forms of the agitations also done by the Mirabai women, like a hartals and dharnas and hunger strikes and hungers of the hungers fast. These all activities, such type of the activities done by the Manipuri women people to protect their human rights. So finally, one of the important incident was happened in the Manipur state. One of the ladies that Airam Sharmila was fast hunger. They conducted the hunger strike, not a fast hunger. They conducted the hunger strike themselves and house arrested 10 years. 10 years house arrested herself only. By this incident we can know that how the women are protesting the AFSA Act of 1958. But finally, to study and to get the solution, the Indian government also they kept some one committee, Jeevan Reddy committee, who is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, retired Chief Justice of the Supreme Court chairmanship. Jeevan Reddy committee was kept by the Indian government. So Jeevan Reddy studied regarding the Manipur state situations and they recommended so many recommendations submitted in the form of the report to Indian government. But still the Manipuri people didn't get any type of the solutions. We have to see is it success or not. We have to see children now. But due to this Mirabai movement, these different type of the movements, some abuses, some harassments was reduced. That much indirect success was got in the Manipur, but complete success didn't get till now. So these are the human rights movement in Manipur in India. So children, so after discussing these all things, after discussing these all movements like a social movements and human rights movement in Russia, civil rights movement in USA, and Greenpeace movement in Europe, and some other Bhopal gas tragedy, and so many movements we discussed. But we can observe these all movements, one common features are there. So this under these social movements, who were conducted these social movements means only the poor people and underprivileged people and poor people and so many affected people only. They started the social movements and environmental movements and human rights movements, but not riches, but not high class people, children. Only common people only, they participated and they tried to get the success. These all things we have discussed in this in this lesson of the social movements in our times in part 1, part 2, part 3. Now I am going to give some assignment to you. The first question is, what are the common features of the social movements? And the second one, describe the Mirabai movement in Manipur. Third one, describe the human rights movement in Russia. What is Greenpeace movement? How the Greenpeace movement was occurred? Expand some words like USA, USSR, AFSPA, AFSPA. Okay children, I hope you may understand well, and once again open the textbook and read the total lesson and get good knowledge regarding this lesson. Thank you children.